Okay, so I am in the DuBois City Park with Jeff Solensky. And Jeff, can you please talk a little bit about what's going on in your life right now that is really worth talking about?
I am one of 4 national finalists in the Lay's Do Us a Flavor potato chip contest. It's the 3rd year they've had it. The first year there were 3 million people who entered. The second year, last year, 2014, there were 5 million. This year there were over 7 million flavor submissions.
That is crazy.
And I have been lucky enough to be chosen as one of 4 national finalists of that.
Okay, so what is the contest exactly? What are you competing with?
The contest is, it's called Do Us a Flavor. Get it? Do Us a Flavor. And this year, the theme of the contest was called Taste of America. So this year Lay's was looking for very specific localized cuisine, like, you know, you could have said Pittsburgh pierogies or Chicago deep dish pizza. I chose New York Reuben, and it got in there. My 3 other competitors' flavors are Southern biscuits and gravy, West Coast truffle fries, and Greektown gyro, or gyro, but I guess you're supposed to say gyro. So those are the 4 flavors.
Okay, so what gave you the idea? Why did you submit the New York Reuben?
I have lived in DuBois for the past 15 years, but I am a native New Yorker. I was born and raised on Long Island. And when you live on Long Island, I remember my grandparents took me in to see the Statue of Liberty, and you go to places like Katz's Deli. It's a big New York City mainstay, and Reuben sandwiches are just everywhere in the delis of New York. Recently, I've been working at Station 101, and we serve a Reuben sandwich, but I've also taken a new job at the new DuBois Country Club. We serve a Reuben sandwich, so it's, I guess, a really popular sandwich, and it just, being here in Pennsylvania and having the Reuben served made me think about, you know, my Long Island upbringing, and thought it was a good flavor, and I guess it was.
I actually tasted the chips before I knew that you were from DuBois.
Okay.
And they taste, I was amazed that how much they taste like a Reuben. I mean, that is super impressive.
I know. I tasted it. The first time I got to taste it was when they came to my front door to announce me as a finalist, and they popped a bag in front of me and they said, "What do you think?" And I was amazed with how it tastes. You know, Lay's makes the chip. I didn't actually make the flavor of the chip, and none of the contestants have. It's just the inspiration and the idea. So yeah, I was really happy with the way it turned out.
Okay, so when you first entered, what were your thoughts? Did you ever think that it would get this far?
No, never. It's kind of funny because last year when Japan 1 opened, I started getting into sushi. And when I eat sushi, I love the soy sauce and the wasabi. So I thought last year I actually entered the contest with that flavor and a bunch of different flavors. You can enter as many flavors as you want. And last year's one of the finalists and eventual winner was wasabi ginger. And I thought, wow, that was so similar. Why her? Why not me? But yeah, you never actually think you're going to get picked. And when I entered, it was more of just a fun thing to come home from work. And because it's an online submission, so it's almost like a game. You get to choose the color of your bag and how it's going to look and your different ingredients. So when I got the initial contact that I was being considered, I thought, this can't be real. I mean, I can't believe it. It was just, it was like playing Candy Crush or something. I couldn't wait to get home from work and like submit a new flavor that I thought of that day. So when the process started, because there's some phone interviews and things that go on, so I just thought, I can't even believe this is happening. You know?
And then they came to your door.
Until they come to your door, which they did, it was on that YouTube commercial. All you know is that you're, quote unquote, like in the running. You're being considered. And so I don't even know how many people, maybe if there were like 20 people that were still considered, and when they said they would show up, if they were going to, if there were maybe other people that were disappointed, or if they really had it locked down to the 4. But yeah, they came to my door on July 13th at 8:05 in the morning. It was crazy.
And what did you think then?
I can barely even remember the moment. You know, there was about 20 people on my front yard with cameras. There was a whole trailer that they brought for each of the finalists. It had to have been in each of their towns, but mine was set up to look like a New York deli. There was like ketchup and mustard bottles on the table and everything. There was a Reuben sandwich there. And it was Nick Lachey, which was kind of weird too, just sitting there trying to maintain your composure. So it's just, I don't know. I wish I had like a DVR in my head or something so I could have remembered exactly what that was like.
Okay, so the prize, if you win, now you're one of 4
One of four finalists, yeah.
And if you win, what is the prize?
$1 million.
That is crazy. Is that crazy to think about?
It's crazy to think about. It is. And so many people have asked me, well, what are you going to do with the money if you win? And I have ideas, but I don't want to commit to anything because until, you actually win it, you don't want to make plans. But I have a few ideas out there.
Very cool. Okay, so for people who want to vote, how do we vote for you and how do we just make sure that you win?
Awesome. Thank you for asking that. It is a voting contest. I have a flyer here that I'll give to you, but there are 4 ways to vote, and you can vote every day until October 18th. And voting has been going on since July 29th, I think. But you can vote every day. The easiest way is to go to dousaflavor.com. Maybe you can't see that, but dousaflavor.com. All the 4 finalists come up and you can click on Vote Reuben. You can also text the term Vote Reuben to 24477. And then what I really need people to do is the Instagram vote. You can take a picture of anything. Your family, your friends, your pets, what you made for dinner, anything beautiful. And as long as you put the hashtag term Vote Reuben in there, that counts as a vote.
Okay, that's awesome. So there's lots of different ways to vote.
Yeah, Twitter too. Of course, I never even used Twitter until this happened, but
now you're all over Twitter.
I'm all over Twitter. And you can tweet anything with the hashtag Vote Reuben as well. And those are all votes. And again, it's daily until October 18th, so I appreciate each and every vote that anyone could give me.
Okay, everyone, so just make sure that you vote daily for the New York Reuben chips until October 18th.